You know, going up and down that mountain at that Cape Perpetua overlook really broke in my trail legs. Like, I'm feeling really good today. I feel like I could really bust out some miles. And not because I'm really trying to go anywhere in a hurry, but it's just because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good and I'm feeling like doing it. I really feel like my metabolism is better. And I'm just, my body's running better and right. I could tell. It's actually warm enough to have my gray man button down base layer. Nothing else. But since I stripped down to this layer, smelled myself, and I think I have to upgrade my smell status from pet shop to wildebeest. I have to say though, the baking soda did a good job of getting the stink out of my boots. So that's good. Come across this little memorial here. I don't know if that's two people, Nick and Bill, or someone called Nick Bill. But it seems as if they were fishermen and were lost at sea, I guess. And they apparently loved beer, Copenhagen, and zigzag. I thought this was put here on purpose. Well, I mean, obviously it's here on purpose, but I was like, oh, HYOH. But it's a common saying for hikers. It stands for hike your own hike. Don't worry about how fast other people are going or the kind of miles they could do. Just worry about your own hike. But I guess that would be your hike, own hike. That doesn't make sense. So I'm here at Washburn State Park. My dogs are barking. My feet are tired. But I feel good still, I was looking at the map here at Washburn State Park, and apparently I could take the beach. There's a trail that goes to the beach. It's right down yonder. And then I could walk the beach. It's a little less than 2 miles. And then take what's called the Hobbit Trail. And that trail will go to... Basically, it leads to that lighthouse. It's Heceta Bay Lighthouse. Or Heceta Head, I believe. So that's where I'm at. And I'm still want to see if I'm going to make it there. But since it's a beach and trail walk, I could do it at night. So, I mean, I still have about 2 hours of sunlight left. 2.5. So I'll walk the beach and then I'll see what that trail's like. Maybe I'll camp on the beach. Maybe I'll camp on the trail. We'll see. So if you could believe it, I still am carrying. I'm sick of carrying it. The last of that fruit and nut mix and 4 packages of oatmeal. So I'm just going to mix it all up right now. That's what I'm doing. That's going to be my dinner plans, I guess. I'm so tired of carrying this stuff. There's not much beach here before the cliff, so the Hobbit Trail is supposed to be towards the end on the left down here. The lighthouse, it's a little more than the halfway point, but basically it's the halfway point for me. So I should be there in short order. This is basically, it's what you imagine, or this is what I imagine when I would think of the O.C.T. Just beaches with just a few people scattered, and there's a lot of places you could do this so far, and I'm sure there's a lot more to come where you're just walking down the beach in solitude. Here's another stream coming out of there, but since the tide is so low, I'm determined not to get my feet wet, or at least not submerged. So I should be able to skirt across here. Yeah, not too bad. Whoa, see, all this water came out of nowhere. It's gonna get me wet. A little bit. And I might as well just go. A little bit wet. Not too bad. Just on the side of my sock. Uh-oh. Got a killer dog coming. Where's this Hobbit Trail? The only place I think it could be is where the land dips down right there. Actually, I see some people way over there. There's two people all the way down there. Oh, now you can see them. So I'm hoping they just popped out of the trail. We'll see. I was really beginning to lose hope that the trail was even there. I was like, if I were gonna put a trail anywhere, I'd put it right past that little ledge right there, because then it looks like there's a little valley you could travel up. So I was like, I hope it's there, but then I saw those two people pop out of there, so they had to have come from that trail. Up. Going up the mountain. I don't know what this trail has to do with hobbits, but my feet sure feel like hobbits' feet. All big and hairy and crusty. That's not that bad. Whew, that was a lot of uphill. There's gonna be more though. I figured this was probably the O.C.T. also, even though there's nothing telling you that it is until you get up basically to this point. Anyway, so this way goes to the lighthouse. Right up there is 101. So I'm gonna go as long as I feel like. I might stop. You can tell by the light, the sun's about to go down. You see that light there? That's from the lighthouse, which you can't see it because it's dark, but oh, my feet are mad at me. I almost stopped, but I'm basically here now. But I usually remember lighthouses being at the edge of a cliff, not, looks like it's down there. Anyway, you guys can't see what I'm talking about anyway, so. Well, there she is. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Nope. Oh my God. Well, there she is. I'm not, there we go. It doesn't want to focus. I think it's because the light keeps alternating. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. So it's the next morning, and I crashed in the woods by the lighthouse. And this tunnel is shortly after. I don't know if there's a trail I'm supposed to be taking, because there's no sidewalk in this tunnel. So it's a good thing that it's a Sunday, and it's very early in the morning. The sun's not even up, so it's a good thing I'm coming through here now. So I got my light on my phone. The car hasn't come yet. And by the way, it's raining. I made it to the exit. At least there's a shoulder now, a little bit. There's definitely dangerous parts on the road here, especially if you're trying to do it in the middle of the day. So I got about 12 miles, more like 11, and I ended up doing 11 yesterday, so the lighthouse basically is a halfway point. You know, give or take point something of a mile. Whew. I was like hoofing it through that tunnel. I didn't want to catch a car in there, but luckily no cars came. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna push it to Florence. I'm considering getting a hotel. Maybe, we'll see. Because I could wash clothes there, take a nice long shower. I can upload videos. We'll see. Just imagine you're coming around this corner too fast, lose control, and you end up going into that. It's a Davy Jones locker. Just gotta get down there. It's probably windy down there, I would imagine. The wind's probably coming right off the ocean. But Florence is past the horizon down that way. Apparently sandboarding on these dunes is popular over here. You don't look so tall from here, but I'm sure there's enough hills there to Sandboard down them. I would imagine this plain here to probably be a place where a lot of people, a lot of tribes lived, or maybe one tribe, but you know, a lot of people. Alright, my peoples. I'm hanging out under a bridge here. I'm at pretty much the northern limits of Florence, and I found this bridge, and I'm gonna stop here for a while because it's raining. It was raining hard when I got here. It died down a little bit, but my pants are a little wet, so I'm gonna dry off. And it's about 3 more miles till the center of town. The top of my toes are still getting rubbed, so maybe it's the socks. If I had better socks, I'm not sure, but I mean, it's still better than the socks I had, so that's good. But I just need to take a break for a little while here, and since it's dry, I'm gonna stay here until I feel ready to move on. All right, my peoples, good morning. It is the next day, and as you can see, I'm still under the bridge. Originally, I was over on that side, and then I was looking across, and I noticed somebody had built up a little rock wall here. So oh, it's a campsite. So I yelled over, and I didn't hear nobody respond. And then I saw all of these beer cans. So I came over to check it out, and it's an abandoned site. I'm all packed up and ready to go. But I'm guessing they haven't been here that long, because I mean, that's maybe, depends on how bad of a drunk somebody is. That's probably 3 or 4 days worth of cans. I was so tired last night that I probably fell asleep around 4 p.m. and then I woke up around 1 a.m. I went back to sleep around 3 a.m. So I got a lot of rest, feeling good. You gotta love this. Even though I've hiked about 2.5 miles, apparently Florence is still 3 miles this way. That's demoralizing. There should be a supermarket coming up. I'm gonna stop there and resupply. Fred Meyers, what's up? Alright, this may not come out, but might have to just take my word for it. There's little tiny balls of hail falling. So I'm here basically in the center of town of Florence, and I'm just hanging out under the overhang of a bank right now, just waiting out the rain. It's supposed to stop, and then it should be good for the rest of the night. These pea plants, I don't know, there's some sort of wild pea. They're quite the survivors. They're very prolific, and I didn't even notice them until I hit Salem. But now I'm noticing them everywhere. And in the height of the summer, when there was absolutely no rain for almost 2 months or more. Well, I was in Salem, so this is my experience there. At my campsite, there was a particularly hot day. It was about 100 degrees or more. And I could hear them just bursting open, all the little pea pods. And it was I thought it was like rain falling for a minute. And then I was listening closely, and I realized it was the pea plants. The pods were so dry that they were bursting open. And I guess that's probably part of their natural cycle, I don't know. But they remind me a lot of the pigeon pea plant. They look a lot like it, and My grandmother grows them in her backyard in Puerto Rico, and they're like a staple of the Puerto Rican diet. It's a very similar plant, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were related, the two pea plants, closely anyway. This is a rainforest. I mean, it's a different kind of rainforest than Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, you have your rain in the summer and it's dry in the winter. And over here, you have your rain in the winter and it's dry in the summer. All right, my peoples. I'm over at Chinookawin's Casino. And I was gonna take the bus directly to Salem, but as I was sitting there, I said, let me look up the prices for the hotel. And it was pretty cheap, actually. So I've been hankering for a hotel room and a nice long bath, shower, and then a bath. And then I got the laundry detergent so I can do my laundry. I'll show you how I do that. And there's Wi-Fi so I can upload videos. So I'm looking forward to a nice relaxing night. Also, it's been kind of sleeting / snowing all day and very cold and windy. So I feel I deserve this. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but I'm going to put it to good use because I'll show you what I do when I go to hotel rooms. What's up, my peoples? So, I'm just getting packed up here. And I didn't really make any videos while I was here because I was so busy last night doing everything I had to do to make the most out of this place. So I just wanted to run through what I do really quick, like as quickly as possible when I get a hotel room while I'm hiking. And first thing is come in the door and basically immediately strip down, throw all my clothes in a pile, and get in the shower. And I take a shower. Then what I do, and I showed you I had fresh socks that I stashed, and I used that Tide, the laundry detergent I bought a week ago or so. So I'll take the trash bin, which every hotel room has, and do one of those, fill it up with hot water, put some Tide, and start washing my clothes. In probably usually like 2 batches. So after I wring all my clothes out, then the lampshades, the tables, the chair, and that there was like no hooks or anything in this. I'll use right here. So I'll hang all my clothes up, and then I crank the heat, and then the heater's over there. Depending where the heater is, you can try to utilize that spot to dry, the heavier things first. So I didn't do my sleeping bag, obviously. If you really wanted to, you could fill the whole tub and wash your sleeping bags. But I didn't bother with all that this time. Because, eventually I'll get to a regular wash. So, I think that's it. I wanted to make it quick. And then, after I was done with all that, I was just dead tired. I walked over to the local supermarket, got something to eat, and some stuff to take with me today. I'm trying to eat some fresh fruit since I'm not hiking today. So I have a bunch of oranges and bananas, and I have avocados. So then after I'm all done and settled and watch some TV or whatever and hang out, then I'll fill the tub with hot water. I'll soak in the tub like a 50-year-old woman drinking a glass of wine. And that's really just for my feet's sake, so I could get all that nastiness off my feet, because that takes time to soak. And a shower doesn't really do it justice. And then after that, I'll do foot care. I'll, tape what needs to be taped, or, I have no blisters, luckily, but, I had to just cut my nails and make sure all the cuticles and stuff were clean. So I'm going to head back to Salem, to the church, so I could, I still have a couple videos to upload and organize and edit. back in Salem, and it doesn't look like it snowed at all here. It did snow here from what I heard, but it didn't stick. But that was a lot more snow than I thought was happening. It was crazy. So last night, when I decided to get the hotel room, I didn't even consider the snow. But when I went to catch the bus this morning, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, the buses didn't run at all last night." I was like, "Oh, so I just got a hotel room on my own. I didn't even realize, and I was gonna take that bus." He's like, "Oh, well, it's a good thing you didn't, because the bus never came, because the snow was apparently too bad, and they shut down the bus line for the night." It's so weird that I just on my own decided not to take the bus, and it wasn't coming anyway. So it's a good thing I got that hotel room. It was well overdue, and I got some much needed rest there, and got my clothes cleaned, which was much needed, and myself cleaned. So next I have to cut this down. Yeah, then the bus driver said that because the bus wasn't running, that I didn't have to pay the bus fare. So I got the bus fare to here, which is $6, but hey, every bit counts. And so yeah, I got the bus ride over here for free because the bus was shut down last night, even though I didn't even know it.